G'day guys, it's Jetsima here again. Like I said, we are back to doing the tutorial for the takeoff. So we haven't left anywhere. The aircraft is still set up the way we set it up when we left, and we're about to go in and do our landing. So basically, we'll get our checklist out, and we'll go through our checklist, making sure that obviously we have our wheels, flaps, hook, anti-skid, harness and dispenser all set. So obviously our wheel's going to be down, our flaps are going to be down, hook will be up, anti-skid will still be on, it should be on the whole time, and harness and dispenser are off. So your harness is connect, and your dispenser, which is all here. The correct way to turn these on too, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and you just go 1, 2, 3, 4 to turn off. So for example, on, off, off. So we'll teach you that at a later date. So we'll get into a little bit more advanced stuff with that at later. We're not doing any combat, so we don't need it as of yet. So we're holding a pattern through using the autopilot, just up above Catherine and Rafe Stendhal. So to find the airfield, we're going to go and use our HSI. Now the airfield probably is just down below us somewhere anyways, because we didn't really go that far, and we will find it. It's somewhere along in here. So if I just if you use the so it's in there somewhere. You can go to map. We're gonna have a look on the map. I prefer to do that sort of thing, so it's directly in front of us. That way we can find it. You can do it on this one as well. Just go to mode, map, and chart. Yeah, there it is there. Excuse me. I just use, yeah. Okay, so we can go down and start looking for the airfield. So we'll be landing on runway 32 as stated before. We'll go back there. Sorry about that, I had to cough out some phlegm this morning. So the jets can withstand a fair distance drop. You don't really want to go below 45, especially when you're going down towards the ground. And we want to pull our speed brake on, so we pull up some speed a bit. And we'll level off at around 3,000. Try and get that speed down. So the airfield should be out that way, as you can see. So we'll just head out that direction to the airfield. Now we should be coming in to the airfield from a on a downwind? No, we should be on the yeah, we should be on a downwind leg, yeah, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. Been a while since I've been out flying around here. That's all good. When we get closer, I'll be able to line us up the runway. And basically today we're just going to do a normal landing. So leveling off at about 3,000 feet and maintaining around 250 to 300 knots. Nice weather, bit of cloud out. I'm actually using Active Sky Next. It's really good Steam Edition, because this is a Steam Edition FSX. So I'm using Active Sky Next from Steam, which is really good. I've had no problems with it whatsoever. I really do like how the weather, it just changes. I have it on, I think, 5-minute intervals. So every 5 minutes, if the weather's changed, it will change here in game as well. So it's really good. Alright, so we're going to link onto the downward leg. The runway is horizontal to us at the moment on the horizon. So we're going to enter downward leg, and then we'll do our crosswind onto the runway. So right now we'll start pulling the aircraft up, leaving it at about 2,000. Well, probably should be at 3,000 for our normal landing. What we can do is we can bring the flaps up, the flaps down. So speed brake on, flaps down half, gear. You can have the gear down at around 250, so don't bother about that. Put a bit of speed into the aircraft so we're not dropping too much speed. There's the runway there. Now that E-bracket that you can see there, you want to have the little aeroplane in your HUD right there, within that little aeroplane. So the attack angle, where it's flashing red right there, means we're too low. So I want to bring our speed down. So now we go full flaps. We pull up. Make sure that you every time you're doing your turns, especially with full flaps, gear down, you want to keep that speed up. Otherwise, you're gonna drop out because the F-18 is a brick. Okay. So you want to keep your speed as best you can. We'll do a sharper turn in so we can line up to the runway. So now we're too low, so you want to do a bit of a speed. Okay. And drop our speed. Okay, so we're going to drop our speed now. Now I do really well at landing in the red zone. So we'll try and keep the 5 there. Every time I do this I get better at it. So hopefully by the time I get to like the 10th tutorial or whatever, I'll be like dead on the money. So 150 to 140 knots. There we go. Dead on the money now. So you want to keep that right on the E bracket and keep that yellow circle pointing right at you. So I think this is probably my best landing to date with the aircraft. I've had it for a few years now. Well, I had one for a few years and I stopped, and then I decided to get it again, so I've bought it a second time around. So far so good, perfect landing. You want to keep that E-bracket nice and tight, landing gears down, taxied, land, good, and spoilers up. Now once you've landed, keep the center line, keep your speed brake up, and just dab the brakes. You don't want to force the brakes on. The F-18s can only land up to 8 hard landings, and then the gears have to be changed. Thank God this is a simulator, otherwise you'd be waiting a little while before the gears get changed. So we're good. Okay, so we'll head out to our rolling speed. While on the runway you can do pretty quick landing and then get off. So we'll do a taxi in and shutdown, and that will be the tutorial for today. The next tutorial will be basically just on the ground, going through the systems of the aircraft. Once we're off the runway, we can turn nose wheel steering on high to get around those top turns. So the next tutorial is just going to be a very basic non-flying tutorial, unfortunately, but you need to learn the computer systems in the aircraft. So we'll do a really quick one of the startup with the ground power, and then we'll go into systems tutorial as well, and we'll go from there, going through all the systems and what they are used for and what you can get out of it through the aircraft. So that's basic landing, as your basic tutorial for your landing right there. So by all means, put a comment down in the description, down in your comments. I will put descriptions into the video about the specs and the game that I am playing, so you know what I'm using. And yeah, I have another channel, but I decided to make this channel just purely for simulation, for jets and stuff, to keep it separate from all my other games, so you didn't get confused of all different videos and all that sort of stuff. So alright, so we can bring up the cockpit and we can de-arm the seat. Oh, taxied onto the grass there. I don't think they'll mind. The taxiways and this RAF base are a little small. They are small in real life because there's only jets on them. You won't have any big aircraft. The smaller, the harder to see, basically from the sky. So I think that's their motto. Alright, so we're back in the exact same place that we started from. We got a master caution because the canopy's open. That's alright, it's all good. And then basic shutdown of the aircraft, very easy. We just click these, boom, boom, turn the lights off, turn that off, landing gear off, anti-skid off, parking brake is set, we know that, DDIs left and right off, MCP off, and you can turn the brightness down if you wish, or you can just keep them set how you like it, so you don't forget about them, because if you forget about them you start taking off, and you can leave that where you want that, so you don't have to turn that off, because if you save the game, the aircraft should remember where you are. Okay, so hold, wings on, hold, your battery off, or your generator off, left and right, and your battery off, and turn your bleed air to off, turning that off as well. So you don't need anything too self-explanatory. It's not hard. You don't need to think more. It's a very easy aircraft to turn off. A little bit more complex to turn on, but that's alright. So that is the tutorial for today. Thank you very much for watching. Like I said, leave a description in the oh, why can't you just stay there? That's why I want ease dock. That's why I want ease dock. So yes, welcome to some more tutorials in the future. Let's just go spot view. Alright, thank you very much guys. See you later.